Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, gents. Virtual Archivist TaikunZ here. If you're wondering why I've been sporadic lately, is because the 7 Deadly Sins collab released in global a couple of days ago. And that means I had to input some data over at the wiki. And by some, I mean most of the collab gear that is going to appear in the collab event. So I'm going to post a link to this template at the comments of this video down below. I've put most of them apart from Star Cecilia and Goddess Revere because I'm going to do that later on. But most of them are already available in the wiki. So without further ado, let's get started on the actual Japanese Unison League updates. So if you're seeing this section of the video, then that means this spawn is already over, because I didn't cover this the last time since it released like a day after. So remember when I said that there's a weird part that they don't have a wind monster in that second half of the collab? And it's because they release as a separate spawn. So firstly, let's head on over to the game to show you the animations. So here's Kuroko and Mikoto, SSR. Oops, let's add the volume. Let's try again. And then here's UR. So this is the spawn. So as you see here, there's only 18 minutes left. And it's a treasure spawn again, once again, with 6 treasure boxes. And the exchange are the following. So you can get them by a summoning scroll or by random stats. And there's not much to exchange here with the treasure medals. So let's head on over back to the Limepedia to see what they do. So it's best buddies Mikoto and Kuroko, your wind element, 39 cost, and then here are the following stats, and then here are the following skills. So what's notable about this particular monster? It has pressure state, which is present in one of the archer abilities of the 6th ring class. And then it has a success value 100 stun, has both Karma and Kismet, dual attack, and then it has rage. Of course, because these monsters lately has to have like auras and stuff. And then here are the following potentials. As for the treasure box, it's only the summoning scroll as a jackpot, or the treasure medal times 800, 900, or 1000. And then for the rest of the prizes, it's droplets of ether or drops of ether, or awakening orb piece or awakening orb. And then there's treasure medals of these varying quantities. Oh, and if you're wondering, these are what the cosmetic exchange medals contain. As you see, they're mostly the spawn, like the gem spawn and the box spawn content. Oh! It contains the hair and face too. So that's where they went. And then the second half gear. Oh, dang it. I want these. I'll probably get the accelerator here, just so I can have more varied white gear. Next up, the following monster now has potentials. And it's none other than Laevateinn. I put this already in the wiki. As you see here, these are her stats, and then these are the following potentials. So next up, we have a new Enlightening monster, and it's none other than Fiine. So here's Fiine Celestial Melody before, and then after, it's World Soloist Fiine. But that's not going to be the official name. They probably come up with a better name for that in global. So the passive is Time Element Unison damage boosted by 40 when equipped in the main slot. And some notable skills is that she has Time Elemental Defense by 80 for 90 seconds. And then she can remove Awakening Standby Mode. So I would like you all to pay attention to this category in the wiki. So this category I made is the Unison Favorite exclusive monster gear, because they used to do the spawns called Unison Favorites, and these monsters are like the exclusive monsters in there. So why I'm pointing this out is because these are possibly the list of monsters that they can pull from to choose their next enlightening monster. As you see here, there's Beastmaster Riding Hood, and then there's Fiine over there. There's also Gaia. So you'll never know if it's going to be Snow White next, or if it's going to be Verdandi next, or it's going to be Thor, or you know. Come on, Ateam, please. The Japanese Unison League official Twitter posted a higher resolution image of Fiine. So if you want to see this, I'll post a link at the description or the comments of this video. And before I forget, here's Fiine's animation. I'll be covering the quest in a bit. Now we finally have the last of the Weatherkin, which is the star element Awayuki. So Awayuki's quest is finally up, and here are the special rules in pertaining to Awayuki's quest. So max HP increased by 100%, only time elemental unison attacks allowed, reuse of unison attacks is restricted, and then on the boss wave, your team's HP recovery effect is reduced by 70%, and the cooldown times for your abilities are increased. Unless you use the spawn monster, which is Shiva, I'll cover them later. Your maximum HP gets increased by 200%, and then increases time elemental attack for all players, and increases attack and M attack. So, what does Awayuki do? Here are the following skills. So, some notable stuff from Awayuki is that the demerit, since it's a star monster, is reduces cost recovery speed by 10 for 40 seconds. And they also have buff removal resistance, along with the appropriate elemental effect, which all Weatherkin has. For their case, it's Star Element. Oh, yeah, they also have Star Elemental Defense. As for the potentials, you can get Despair if you bought them once, and then has both light and dark element weakening effect, and then Star Defense from Unison damage. And what's unique is that they have stun resistance. And if I remember right, this is the first time that a monster has stun resistance on their potentials. So let's head on over to the game. So as you see here, Zagok Super United Defense is back, and then there's also Awayuki over there. And then the last part of the story is finally up. So here's Awayuki's quest. I'm still too low on the GS for the 600k and the 800k GS ones. So let's do the story for now. So we can display Shiva and Awayuki. Let me hide up the volume over here. Oh! The mask is actually cool. I'm not so fond of the design of this one, but the SSR looks cool. Let's go. This should be easy. Now for the boss wave. So let's use the unit here. Since it's one of the activation priority decrease monsters, I'm going to go last. There it is. And then there's the new Cypher Pain field effect. Here's a treasure reward. And then the conclusion. And now they're complete. Japanese Unison League official Twitter also posted a high-resolution image of Awayuki. So I'll be posting the link to this at the description or the comments of this video. And now let's talk spawns. So, as mentioned earlier, the name of this monster is Shiva. So let's head on over to the game to look at the animations first. So here's SSR Shiva. And then here's UR Shiva. So looking at the spawn, it's a treasure spawn once again with 6 treasure boxes. I don't think you're ever going to go back to the 9 treasure box format, but I hope I didn't jinx that. So as you see from the exchange, Fiine is here if you want to enlighten her, and here are the rest of the treasure medal exchange. I kinda don't need this anymore because, you know, the last time I tried to spawn for Noir, but I only got Time Elemental Defense gear. So, what does Shiva do? Let's head on back to this section and find out. So, here's what Shiva does and all of the skills. So, as it's the counterpart monster for the Weatherkin, it has the activation priority reduction, just like Ibaraki Doji and the others. And then it has Prohibit Unison for those that like Prohibit Unison monsters. Has Resurrection, of course, just like Brahma. And also removes these effects, just like Brahma. And then has Rage. Not to mention, it has a Pain field effect, just like Ibaraki Doji and the others. This time, it's Cypher Pain, which boosts time unison damage taken and reduces M attack by 30%. So the treasure contents, the jackpot is the scroll or treasure medal times 700 to 1000, and then treasure medal times 300 or 400 for the rest of the treasure boxes. And then these are the weapons and defense gear from Noir spawn, and then droplets of feather and Awakening Orb piece or Awakening Orb. Before this video ends, there's this post by the producer of Unison League last March 20. And here's the following post. So the cosmetic design monsters are going to be released soon, as they're already ready, as you can see here. These are their final looks. And the monster making monster is going to be released on April. So if you're wondering what that is, they're the monsters that are on the spot created by the audience on the Unison League anniversary events in Japan. And for examples of those monsters are Simone, Freud, and Garo. So here's the monster. I assume this time it's going to be water element, but who knows. And then there's this. It's beta, and as you see here, you get to face Bahamut once again. And this is still not the final version of it, but it looks like different. Like you can see here, the bar is different now. And then it will be held on 3 days on March 26, 27, and 28 in the Japanese version of the game. And then there's more tutorials for beginners, which involves abilities. What else? Oh yeah, they talk about the 7th Weatherkin here, since this was posted before it was released. And then there's going to be an April Fool's event. Who do you think it's going to be? My guess is that this one is Sagiri, but I don't know who this other one is. I could be wrong though on that part. That'll be all for this week in Japanese Unison League. If you like this video, please leave a like, and come subscribe to the channel if you want some more updates for Japanese Unison League. I do these videos often. So for this coming week, I plan to stream some more, especially on Monster Underworld Iceborne, because I got a lot of catching up to do in regards to that game. especially when they announced a lot of new things coming yesterday. So I'm trying to figure out what times are best to stream. So to the gens that consistently watch me on my streams, please do let me know on my Discord. I have the Discord link at the description of this video. So that'll be all. Thank you for watching. This has been TaikunZ, zoning out.